Have you ever pondered about the mysteries that lie within the outer space, particularly about the enigmatic planet Uranus? As one of the celestial bodies in our solar system, Uranus holds a trove of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Today, we embark on a journey of cosmic proportions, diving into a countdown of intriguing facts that shed light on this distant planet. From its peculiar rotation to its gaseous composition, Uranus is a world that beckons our curiosity. Prepare to unveil the top 10 hidden facts about Uranus. Fact number 10. Did you know that Uranus spins on its side? That's right, this icy gas giant is quite the celestial rebel. Unlike the rest of the planets in our solar system, which spin like tops, Uranus has a unique axial tilt of about 98 degrees. Picture it like this. If the solar system was a race and the planets were cars, then Uranus would be the one drifting sideways. This odd tilt is believed to be the result of a cataclysmic collision with an Earth-sized celestial body long ago. The impact was so powerful it knocked Uranus onto its side. This quirk gives Uranus very distinct seasons lasting about 21 Earth years each, with the sun shining directly over each pole at their peak. So, unlike any other planet, Uranus rolls around the sun on its side. Coming in at number 9, Uranus is the coldest planet in our solar system. Now, isn't that a frosty fact? Even though Uranus is not the furthest planet from the sun, it's still colder than Neptune, which resides further out. So how on Earth, or should we say Uranus, does that happen? It's all about the heat, or rather the lack of it. You see, Uranus doesn't generate a lot of its own heat. Unlike Jupiter and Saturn, which are like cosmic radiators, Uranus is more like a cosmic icebox. It absorbs some heat from the sun, of course, but it doesn't hold on to it. Instead, it reflects more than 2/3 of that solar energy back into space. And as for its average temperature, brace yourselves, folks. We're talking about a frigid negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Brr! That's right, Uranus holds the title for the coldest planet. So if you're ever planning a trip to the 7th planet from the sun, don't forget to pack your warmest spacesuit. Fact number 8. Uranus experiences 42 years of darkness in a row. Now you might be thinking, how is that even possible? Well, it all comes down to Uranus's unique tilt. You see, unlike most other planets that spin upright, Uranus tilts over on its side. This extreme tilt, coupled with its long orbital period around the sun, results in extreme seasons of light and darkness. When it's winter on Uranus, one hemisphere is pointed away from the sun, plunging it into a long, icy darkness for a staggering 42 years. That's right, an entire hemisphere of the planet doesn't see sunlight for nearly half a century at a time. On the flip side, when it's summer, the same hemisphere points toward the sun, bathing in continuous daylight for the same period. So Uranus swings from one extreme to the other, with no in-between. Imagine experiencing darkness for 42 years straight. Our 7th fact, Uranus is a gas giant. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, much like its name suggests, a gas giant is a large planet composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. Uranus, in fact, is predominantly made up of these two elements. But it's not all gas in there. Uranus also contains ices such as water, ammonia, and methane. These ices form a layer around the planet's rocky core. This unique composition gives Uranus its distinct pale blue color. The methane in the atmosphere absorbs red light and reflects the blue. But don't let that serene blue fool you. Uranus is a turbulent place, with winds in the upper atmosphere reaching up to 900 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. So in essence, Uranus is a massive, cold ball of gas floating in space. Fact number 6. Uranus has faint rings. Now, when we think of ringed planets, Saturn often steals the spotlight with its vast and vibrant rings. But let's shift our gaze to the less talked about rings of Uranus. Discovered as late as the mid-70s, these rings were a surprise find, not because we didn't expect them, but because they're so faint and elusive. Uranus's rings are dark and thin, composed largely of minuscule particles of water ice mixed with organic and silicate material. They're not flashy, not ostentatious. They don't gleam in the sunlight like Saturn's, but they have a quiet, understated elegance that's equally captivating. It's as if the planet is shrouded in a set of almost invisible veils, each one adding to its mystery. Uranus, it seems, wears a set of almost invisible rings. Coming in at number 5, Uranus has 27 known moons. Yes, you heard that right, 27. Each one is a world unto itself, brimming with distinct features and mysteries. Let's start with the 5 major moons, named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Titania, the largest of them all, boasts canyons as deep as the Grand Canyon. Oberon, the outermost of the five, is pockmarked with craters, evidence of a violent past. Ariel, with its network of fault lines, suggests geological activity. Umbriel remains the darkest and most mysterious of the five, its surface barely reflecting any sunlight. And then there's Miranda, smallest amongst the major moons, with its jumbled terrain leading to speculations of an internal upheaval. Of the remaining moons, many are less than 100 kilometers in diameter, serving as a stark reminder of the vastness of our universe. With 27 moons, Uranus certainly isn't lonely out there in space. Fact number 4. Uranus was the first planet discovered with a telescope. This happened in the late 18th century, a time when the boundaries of our solar system were still being explored. The man behind this discovery was William Herschel, an accomplished astronomer and composer. Herschel stumbled upon Uranus purely by chance during a routine star survey in 1781. Initially, he thought it to be a comet. But after observing its circular orbit, Herschel, along with other astronomers of that era, concluded that it was, in fact, a planet. This marked a significant leap in the field of astronomy. For the first time, a planet was found that was not known to the ancients. It expanded our understanding of the solar system and challenged the existing astronomical theories of the time. And with that, Uranus entered the annals of our astronomical knowledge. Our third fact, Uranus has a peculiar magnetic field. Unlike our home planet Earth, Uranus doesn't play by the magnetic rules. Its magnetic field is tilted, with the magnetic axis tipping a wild 60 degrees from the planet's axis of rotation. That's not all. The center of this magnetic field doesn't even pass through the center of Uranus. It's offset, creating a lopsided, wobbly magnetic environment. This unique setup is a tantalizing puzzle for scientists studying the gas giant. Talk about a magnetic personality. Fact number 2. Uranus is blue. But why is that? It's not because it's feeling down. It's due to the planet's atmosphere, which is chock full of methane gas. When sunlight reaches Uranus, the methane in its atmosphere absorbs the red portion of the light, leaving the blue and green portions to bounce back. This refracted light is what gives Uranus its blue-green hue. So the blue planet isn't Earth, it's Uranus. And finally, fact number 1. Uranus wasn't always called Uranus. It was initially dubbed George's Star, in honor of King George III by its discoverer, Sir William Herschel. However, this name wasn't universally accepted. To fit with the classical mythology theme of other planetary names, German astronomer Johann Bode suggested Uranus, the Latinized version of Uranus, the ancient Greek god of the sky. The name Uranus, symbolizing the heavens, was officially adopted about 60 years later. So Uranus had quite a journey before it got its current name. And that concludes our journey through the top 10 hidden facts about Uranus. We've traveled from its sideways tilt to its lightless season and onto its faint rings. Thank you for joining this cosmic exploration. If you enjoyed this journey through space, please subscribe for more fascinating facts about the